7 people have heard charges in the Justice Fund investigation. Today, Homeland Security officers brought a former department director from the Justice Fund to the district court in Warsaw. The court decided on temporary detention for 3 people. In its justification, the court indicated that the measure was supported for 3 reasons: the fear of matricide, the fear of flight, and the severe punishment to be faced by the suspects. The main suspect is the chairman of the Profeto Foundation, the Reverend Michał Olszewski. The foundation he heads received money from the Justice Fund for the construction of the Archipelago Centre for Victims of Crime. According to the neo-prosecutors, the allegations concern improper spending of funds. Reverend Michał Olszewski's defence attorney will appeal the court's decision and demand his release from custody. We will simply put the procedures provided for in the Code of Criminal Procedure and use arguments that seem patently true. Father Olszewski's defence attorney had difficult access to his client and also to the case file. Father Michał was detained at the family home of a Radio Profeto employee. This contradicts the media slander spread by Neo-TVP journalist Justyna Dobrosz-Oracz. The prosecutor's office's action on the use of money from the Justice Fund. According to my unofficial information, one person, a clergyman, was detained, not in a monastery but in a hotel. He was staying there in the company of a woman. After this defamation of the priest's good name in the Post, a wave of abuse poured on him. Anyway, this is not the first time. At the end of January, TVN Facts aired footage of alleged irregularities in the financing of the construction of the Archipelago Crime Victims Assistance Centre. The media allegedly harassed Father Michał's mother by telephone. I have come to terms with the fact that after so many years of work, my good name has been destroyed. I have come to terms with the fact that public emotions are so heated that I was beaten up some time ago, but it is not my agreement that my loved ones be harassed. According to Father Michał's defence attorney, the priest is completely innocent. In the documents made available to the priest's defence attorney, there is no evidence of any guilt on his part. I find no evidence of any affair in the Justice Fund. We have nothing to do with politics. We just want to help. On Tuesday, at the behest of prosecutors investigating the use of funds from the Justice Fund, searches took place in various parts of the country, including at the home of former Justice Minister Zbigniew Ziobro, without the presence of the owner or any person designated by him. And this is required by law. Since no one was at the house, the gate was damaged and the door was broken so that the security services could get inside. They knew perfectly well that I was not at home for reasons beyond my control. As you know, I recently underwent a very serious operation, so it did not take a genius or special operational powers of the ABW to determine where I was at any given time and contact me and get the opportunity to enter the house in a civilized, lawful manner without destroying the place. According to the neo-prosecutor's office of Adam Bodnar, funds from the Justice Fund were improperly spent and were corrupt in nature. The prosecutor's office alleges that the Reverend Michał Olszewski did not have sufficient experience in the construction of such a facility, which was not a criterion in awarding the money. When you hear about the actions of the Justice Fund, on the one hand, you have to reprimand against Father Olszewski for having built the archipelago. There is no evidence that he took anything for himself. Meanwhile, this centre stands and is almost finished. Secondly, that was not a criterion in this competition. According to commentators, the authorities' actions are an attempt to cover up past failures. A week ago, 100 days of Prime Minister Donald Tusk's government passed. Most of the promises have not been fulfilled. The Justice Fund expends money that courts award to offenders. Among other things, money from the fund went to the comatose patients in the Budzik clinic created by the Ewa Błaszczyk Foundation. The fund allocated 44 million zloty for its construction. The fund has also purchased medical equipment worth nearly 57 million zloty for more than 150 hospitals across Poland. Łukasz Muda, Telewizja Republika.